Ni hao, selamat pagi. Bonjour.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone and a very good morning. Welcome back to Conquer Talk Show and you're with me, Nora Shida Idris. And yeah, you'll see me hosting alone today, and since my partner isn't around, Shasha, I texted her last night and she was talking like she having some sort of like food poisonous, and when she went to the hospital and she was suspected to have like some sort of dengue, something like that. So yeah, let's pray for her, Shasha. I hope she will recover soon so well. So right, so yeah, I hope everyone was going good out there, since yeah, it's almost the end of the semester. We're almost at the end of the semester. So yeah, it's already week 13, and yeah, I'm pretty sure like everyone was struggling with the assignments, presentation, and all those stuff. And I really hope you guys, I pray for you guys to be in a state of peace of mind. All right, so let us talk a bit about what's currently happening in the campus for this week. So basically, for as usual, we have like for each and every week we have a theater going on. So for the student who involved in the theater, I would like to congratulate you guys for your hard work and your passion for that. And also I'd like to invite you guys, this 17 December we will have a appreciation annual grand dinner for all com students. So yeah, I would like to invite you guys to come. All right, so yeah, don't forget to book your ticket. Like it will be available next week on Monday on book on the Hatcher Square, if I'm not mistaken. And for graduate student, you will get it at the price of 30 ringgit, or for graduating student at the price of 35 ringgit. All right, so yeah, I think that's it about it. So yeah, so can you guys guess where our guest will be from today? Yeah, for the last week we have our friend from Afghanistan, and also for the previous week we bring you guys here our friend from India, from Bangladesh, from Indonesia. We've been traveled to all many, not all, but to few places. So I really hope you guys learned something from Conquer Talk Show for this semester. All right, so without further ado, let us welcome our guest today, Hassan Radwan.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, welcome to Conquer Talk Show.
Thank you
Thank you for
for
coming. We're so glad to having you for our last guest for this semester. So how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing very well, alhamdulillah. You know, just getting through the day,
Yes.
and I'm very happy to be here.
All right. Okay. So could you introduce yourself a bit? Where you're from? Kuliah.
So, Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Hassan. I am a Palestinian. I'm from
Yes.
Palestine, but I am born and raised in Malaysia,
Okay.
and I've lived here my whole life.
Okay.
And I sort of see myself more as a Malaysian than a Palestinian.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
alhamdulillah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as well, I study mass communication.
Mass communication?
I'm doing masters.
Oh,
and,
masters now.
Yes,
Okay.
masters.
All right.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Okay. So I noticed that our assistant producer mentioned that this will be your final semester.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You made it.
Alhamdulillah.
All right. So how do you feel so far? Like.
I feel really good. I mean, you know, to be honest, to be staying in this
Yes.
university, to be with your friends who support you and are always there for you,
Mhm.
it really creates a really good support system for me to study, and
Yes.
inshallah for me to progress on in my later careers.
Later career. All right. So basically, you're born in Palestine, right? But you're
Yes.
settled down here.
I was born in
Yeah,
Malaysia.
yeah. Oh,
I was born in Malaysia,
okay,
and
right.
my parents migrated from Palestine to here
Okay.
in search of a better option or career option.
Okay.
And
Right.
yeah, alhamdulillah, it works very well. I'm very proud
Mhm.
and happy to stay in a country like Malaysia that constantly supports Palestine.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel relaxed staying.
Grateful.
Yes,
Grateful.
of course, very grateful. Yeah.
Okay. I really hope you're doing well in Malaysia. Like,
Yes.
yeah, we do, pray for our brothers and sisters right now in Palestine, right? We do, I mean, we can do like we try to do our best, at the very least, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
to be honest, yeah, I really think Malaysia's efforts to help
Yes.
Palestine, I think, is amazing, and I think it's something that
Okay.
many people take for granted.
Oh, okay. All right. So never mind then. We'll keep it for a while. We'll be talk more right after the commercial break. Right after this, stay tuned.
你好, selamat pagi, bonjour. Ni hao, selamat pagi, bonjour.
Hi, welcome back, guys. Alright, I hope you still with me right now. Alright, so yeah, we just now our brother Hassan. He just introduced a bit about himself. So yeah, let us go a bit further this time around. Alright, so brother Hassan. So you live in Malaysia like for about quite a long time, and so have you ever lived in Palestine before?
Yes, I actually have lived in Palestine.
Yes.
Every once in a while, my parents will want us to go to Palestine because they want us to feel that our roots are still there and our roots are
Yes.
very strong.
Okay.
So every once in a while, they will take us there to see the life and to experience, what
Yeah.
an actual
Yeah.
Palestinian lives like. And I would say that, the people there, they don't have a lot, but they make use of what they have. And if
Okay.
they see someone who's from outside, they are willing to give everything they have just so that you can be comfortable. And that
Okay.
was something that I really, really was very
Appreciate.
shocking.
Yeah, sure.
Shocking and appreciating for me. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So you've been there, like, right?
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you should be careful that. I mean, like, because once you're settled down in a certain place, like to be specific, Malaysia, right? So like it won't be the same, because sometimes people choose like once you like settle down in a certain place, like they don't want to go back to their hometown, right? So I think that would be good.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it actually also depends on where you're staying in Palestine.
Yeah.
So, for example, in Palestine, there's Gaza and there's West Bank.
Oh yeah.
And if I were to relate it, it would be like Kuala Lumpur and Sarawak. So
Sarawak,
even
okay.
though they are far away, they are still the same country.
Oh, okay.
And so Gaza may have slightly different cultural ways
Yeah.
than West Bank.
Okay.
But the reason why
Mhm.
West Bank is not being bombed and why
Mhm.
Gaza is being bombed is because in West Bank there are small Jewish families staying inside West Bank. So
Okay,
the
I
Israeli
see.
government cannot bomb that area because they don't
Oh,
want to kill Jewish civilians.
all
Whereas
right.
in Gaza, it's
Mhm.
100% Palestinian.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm lucky enough to stay in the area where it's
Oh, it's
relatively
not
safe.
really,
Yeah, it's not.
attack.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
attacked.
okay. So basically, like in a part of Palestine, like it's not all the area that
Yeah,
really,
it's not all the areas. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay, I
yeah.
got it.
I would say West Bank is
Mhm.
very similar to Malaysia in the way
Uh-uh.
that in Malaysia how there is Malay, Chinese, and Indian,
Yes.
and in West Bank there is Muslim, Christian, and Jewish. So
Mhm.
we all live together. We all interact with one another, and so we're all
Try
in,
to
yeah,
solve the
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
All right. So, I mean, how do you guys, like, you and your family, like, decided to move to other place? To be specific, Malaysia. Like,
Mm.
how do you guys get, have the
Well,
idea?
to be honest,
Mhm.
Malaysia at that time was promoting itself very heavily,
Okay.
and my dad he just took the chance to come here, and
Okay.
uh, subhanallah, we don't know where our blessings come from,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think we have found it here in Malaysia. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, like, just let a, some sort of, mindset that, like, this earth is belongs to Allah Subhanahu wa
Yeah.
Taala, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're allowed to live everywhere you want,
Mm.
as long as, you don't do things, against,
Yeah.
principle of Islam.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, like, it's a,
Mhm.
yeah, when Allah says,
Yeah.
"Ardullahi wasi'a,"
Mhm.
God's land is very wide.
Yes.
And I think that if you were to only stay in one place,
Mhm.
it can create ignorance. But when
Mm.
you travel, you see the world. It makes you humble. It makes you
Mm.
see how much you don't know.
Yeah,
And
it makes you feel like I
yes,
see,
yes,
world
it makes
from different
exactly,
perspectives, from
exactly,
different zone.
and you
Yeah.
feel like the world is not revolving around you, and you are
Mhm.
just one small speck of the whole puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you feel grateful for that.
yeah, I'm
Seems
very,
like-
very grateful. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, to be able to see
Yeah.
different perspectives and
Different
yeah.
perspective. Very. So have you ever traveled back to Palestine? Like try to visit your relatives?
Yeah, yeah.
there?
So my
Mhm.
part of the family is the farmer side,
Mhm.
and so every once in a while, my family will take us there
Uh-huh.
to see how the farmers are like, and it's one actually very interesting thing is that in my place, the Israeli government
Mhm.
had built a small a Coca-Cola factory in my area,
Okay.
and what happened was that a lot of the people around my town
Yes.
were drinking Coca-Cola,
Oh, okay.
and after a while, people started having diabetes,
Oh,
and so I
okay.
went to my town with a lot of people having diabetes,
Oh,
and that
okay.
was really shocking for me, and it showed me how much I should stay away from Coca-Cola, because
Mhm.
this is how they want to slowly kill away the Palestinians by giving
Palestinian.
them drinks like Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a very, very shocking experience, and it made me realize that I have to stay strong and I should not take any products that are coming from Israel. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We have a lot of product of Israel
Yeah.
here in Malaysia, so I think like it's more like some sort of like awareness. It's
Yeah, yeah.
it's up to you. Where you
Mm.
want to take it or not. Like all those products, like I mean, of course, like sometimes we can run away from this product, like the
Yeah.
franchise one, like KFC,
Yeah.
McDonald's,
Yeah.
but we do have like other companies, other brands
Mm.
that's serving, like
Yeah.
yeah,
To be honest, I think like it's actually so difficult to try to not use a product because
Yeah.
it's so wide and there's so
Mhm.
many options. So
Mhm.
you feel like you are limiting yourself in this. But I think that if you can just know what you want, know what your goals
Mhm.
are, know what your values are, you can stay strong to it and always
Yes.
try to know that where you pay your money,
Mhm.
it's where other people suffer, and you choose to
Yeah.
use your money wisely. Yeah.
Yeah. we will talk about it, like, we've been taught about it, a bit in school, like to be, like some sort of awareness about it. But yeah, but never mind then. So we'll talk about it later. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after the commercial break.
Ni hao, selamat pagi. Bonjour. Ni hao, selamat pagi. Bonjour.
Alright, hi guys, welcome back. Alright, so we're talking about a lot just now, about Palestine issue and everything. But before we go further, let us watch the VT for a while.
Kita teruskan dengan kategori pelajar antarabangsa di Malaysia. Seorang pemuda yang berasal dari tebing barat Palestin. Jiwanya cukup kental dan tabah menghadapi dugaan demi dugaan. Katanya dia bersyukur berada di bumi Malaysia yang aman, tenteram dan sentiasa hidup bertoleransi. Hassan Radwan Jamal dari Palestin dengan pidatonya bertajuk Perpaduan di Malaysia dari kacamata seorang anak Palestin, Hassan Radwan Jamal.
Terima kasih saudara pengerusi majlis, panel hakim yang arif lagi bijaksana, saudara sekalian, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Tertunduk malu kedua pengantin, duduk bersanding nampak berseri. Asal dari negara Palestin, Hassan Radwan nama diberi. Salam perkenalan kepada anda semua. Hari ini saya akan menyampaikan sebuah pidato yang bertajuk Perpaduan di Malaysia daripada kacamata seorang anak Palestin. Saya akan bercerita dua perkara. Pertama, perpaduan tunjang keamanan. Kedua, rakyat Malaysia sentiasa bersatu hati.
Alright guys, so just now we just watched the video about Hassan. He was joining like a pidato competition. So alright, so yeah, we just joined the pidato antarbangsa last year. So yeah, so how do you manage to join them?
Well, to be honest, I registered myself in I1, and it's a debate oratory center where they are the ones who send their debaters outside to Malaysia. And so these things are like with Said Sadiq and all of these other really good debaters. So I was in that category under Pidato Antarbangsa.
Oh right.
So,
so you're a part of them.
Yeah. So I had to create my own speech. I had to write everything down. And I was given a list of categories for me to choose my topic on. And so I just chose, humanitarian efforts. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the topic I chose.
How do you learn pidato?
I mean, it was a series
and
of...
it was conducted in Malay.
Yeah.
I know that you went to international school, right?
I went to international school, yeah. But I learned Malay by myself. And I took
that's
the
cool.
time. I took the time to read and learn Malay. And every day I would learn 3 words. I would write it down. If I hear a new word, I would ask my friends, what does this word mean?
Yes.
And when I get the word, I go back and I, try to revise and memorize everything.
So did you learn Malay in high school back then?
Yeah. So I learned Malay in high school, and I asked myself, if I am born here, I have to speak the language.
Yeah.
So I really took the time to make sure that I can
that's
speak
true.
just a little bit.
That would be cool, right? Like you're mastering at least one foreign language. Oh, right, that's
Yeah,
cool.
alhamdulillah.
Congratulations. Okay, and how do you could you express your love towards Bahasa Melayu since you can speak Malay? Fluently now.
To be honest, I think that because I can speak 3 languages,
Yes.
English, Arabic, and Malay. And when I speak English and Arabic, every language has its own different perspective.
Yes.
But when I look at Bahasa Melayu, it has a very, very interesting side that I love to use often, because in Malay itself, it's a very easy and yet beautiful language.
Beautiful
And
language.
that always attracts me to that. When I understood how Malay was, I became very amazed, and I really want to learn more.
Yeah, learn more. So how many languages you can speak so far?
So far,
English, Malay?
Malay and
So
Arabic.
Arabic,
Malay,
3
yes,
language.
Arabic.
Alright, that's
Yeah,
cool.
alhamdulillah.
So in Gaza, what other language do you guys use?
In Gaza, we speak Arabic.
Oh, we speak Arabic.
So
Yeah.
it's part of the Middle East,
Yeah.
and all of the people in Middle East speak Arabic as well. Yeah.
Speak Arabic.
It's sort of like how Malaysia and Indonesia, they are side by side, and yet
Yes.
they still speak similar languages, and that's the way how it is in the Middle East. Yeah.
But back then, because you went to international school, of
Yeah.
course, everyone used English, right?
Yeah.
All right. What are the other things you learn? Because you went to international school, so you've got to learn about, culture, ethics, and everything.
So in the international school, we learned the British system.
Yeah.
So we learned British history, and all of these, British sides of
Yes.
the coursework, and so that really opened my eyes even more. Learning British system while staying in Malaysia. It was a very interesting concept.
I think it's because like Malaysia, we have been conquered by British back then. Like
Yeah.
it's same goes to other country like India as well. By Sin. It has been conquered by the Arabs. So I think that's about it. I try to learn. Like same goes to Palestine also, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like you got to learn like what are the causes and
Yes, exactly.
consequences, right?
Yeah, I think it's very important for every person to learn the history, because that's where that's history. That's everything led to where it is now, and everything happened now is because of a result of everything that happened back then. So the more you understand the mistakes that happened in the past, you can try to prevent it from happening again. Yeah.
I think also like, you know, learning history, like it's not just like, you know, to give you like some sort of awareness or anything. Like it's also like it's an eye opener, I would say, like because you know, you got to learn, you know, what are the things, you know, behind, you know, like me, like I was still doing minoring in history, so like I take like, you know, history of the United States, India, so like it's really, you know, like wow, like it's so amazing.
It really brings an open picture.
We've learned also about Palestine a bit, you know, like the war and everything. So yeah, I'm used, like even though I'm not one of like, I never experienced it, you know, like the real, like the one you have now, but yeah, I've got idea about it. Like yeah, it's really like
really it does.
Right, so I think like what are the things like do you have contributed so far in Malaysia else than the Pidato one?
Well, I always try to, you know, make use of my time because I feel like you should not be stagnant or not doing anything.
Yes.
So Pidato Antarabangsa was always one of these things that I wanted to do because I wanted to create awareness that you can be a foreigner and still be able to speak Malay and contribute to the Malaysian country.
Is it like it's like you represent your country?
Yes,
you know,
yes. It's a very big moment. Like because you know, to be honest, as a foreigner staying in another country, you always feel like so you always feel like you know that this is a country that you have to appreciate and this is a country that you must, you know, learn from.
Okay. Alright, so that's cool enough. Alright, so never mind guys, we will talk more right after the commercial break, so don't forget to stay tuned.
你好, selamat pagi, bonjour. Ni hao, selamat pagi, bonjour.
Hi guys, welcome back. I really hope you guys still with me right now. Alright, so yeah, we talked a lot just now, and for this time around, So we're gonna go slightly deeper.
Okay.
Okay, can you do it, Hassan?
Yes, we can
Alright,
do
never
it.
mind it. So I'd like to ask, like, is it true, like the one we see in the media, when people, try to, expose Palestine, try, when there's a war out there, the bombing, attacking, and everything. Like, is it true that everything?
I mean, of course,
Yeah.
that side is very real, and that side is still there. But
Yeah.
I think the media does not show the developed and cultural side of Palestine.
Okay.
Like, if you were to walk in Ampang, Jalan Ampang, and you see those big buildings surrounding you, there are parts of Palestine
Yes.
that are like that and very developed, very advanced.
Yes.
I would equate it to Rome, because Rome it's old and old-fashioned, but everything is still working and everything is very
Yeah.
nice and done well. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, because I noticed, like, the media, sometimes, like, not all of them really, have the idea about it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just sometimes, like,
Yeah.
they just show whatever they have.
Exactly. Yeah. I
and-
think people rely on people see geographical locations by
Yes.
what they see in their head,
Yeah.
and only when you go to that location will you see that it's so different. And
Oh, okay.
because like a typical image of Palestine is like very very deserted, everything's destroyed, nothing, people are suffering, and in reality it's not really like that. And
Oh,
there are
okay.
people that are very very happy, people they're very happy, very blessed farmers, people that are working non-stop, and just like in Ampang, it's just like that.
Oh.
And I was very very shocked to see that it's very developed. I was very
It's very
intrigued.
developed.
Yeah.
All right. When was the last time you went to Palestine?
Last time I went was 5 years ago.
Oh, 5
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago.
5 years ago.
That's still new.
Yeah.
So it's not really, exactly, the one
Yeah.
you've seen in the TV.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, I also think of it as, you as a Malaysian,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, you know your country. You know what it's like in the sunset. You know
Yes.
what your food tastes like. You know how the weather is like.
Mhm.
And for a long time, for me was very very empty, and I didn't have that feeling of knowing what my country is like because I've lived here in so long.
Oh,
So
yes.
even though I always try to learn and try to feel like what the Palestinian feels like,
Yes.
while at the same time staying here. Yeah.
All right. So I mean, like, yeah, it must be so, devastating, seeing our brothers and sisters
Yeah.
suffering there. But just like you mentioned just now, like, it's not all the area, being affected. Some
Yeah.
of them living happily,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
able to. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a very 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 eye opening for me, and to see that there are places very advanced
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people, because how would I say that there are people from the Jewish government, they come to the West Bank, and people from the West Bank, they go to the Jewish government. So those whole areas will all develop together. Yeah.
They're all well together. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's obvious. Like, also in Malaysia, also, like, we can't believe everything we see on the media, right?
Of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
of course, like, if you really claim yourself as, educated enough, you don't just, like, everything you hear, you see on the media, you just, like, consume it, right?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
I think it's more to, like, you've got to do, like, some further research,
course,
ask the one,
yeah.
the one that really experienced, the thing. So, okay, in your opinion, so maybe what are the things that we can do, as Malaysian to help our brothers and sisters in Palestine? I mean, at the very least.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think just sending aid, there are many foundations here
Yes.
that allow people to donate money, and all of these small things really make it count,
Yeah.
and they contribute a lot to the Palestinian people there, and the Palestinian people are very very aware of Malaysia and Indonesia, because they
Yes.
know that even though there are many countries beside us that speak the same language as us and eat the same food as us, but they don't want to help us because we are in another country, and it is only countries like Malaysia and Indonesia that choose to support us, and so we sort of are very very happy when Malaysia contributes to us in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, like, apart from aid, also, like, funding,
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
raise
Yeah,
funding
yeah,
for our brothers and sisters there. What do you think about boycotting? Is it helpful?
I would say yes, but
Mm-hmm.
I would say that it's very, very difficult because
Mm-hmm.
I have a relative
Mm-hmm.
who works in Israel, you know,
Okay.
so there are permanents that you can work in.
Mm-hmm.
He works in a factory, and one of the factory is a peanut factory. And while he was there, he first came there and he saw that this is made in Saudi. And he went to his boss and he said, this is not made in Saudi, this is made in Israel. And he says,
Oh.
no. He found out that they change the logo
Yeah.
to show that it's made in Saudi, so that people will
Oh
not
my
think that
God.
it's made in Israel.
That's so bad.
Yeah. So they have this, if I'm not mistaken, like a relationship with some factories in Saudi to say that they are allowed to put this there, even though it's still made in Israel. So
Okay.
so it's still very, very difficult to know exactly where all your products come from. But as long as you know that there are major corporations, like, you know, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, all of these things, you know, they can. So by staying away from that, it will really help.
It's real. I mean, yeah, you know, back in high school back then, like, you know, we used to, you know, learn this kind of thing about boycotting. I mean, like, you know, it's really helpful. You know, like, it really gives you like some sort of, you know, awareness, you know, to your brothers and sisters. I mean, at least, I mean, at the very least, you know, we've got to, you know, think what are the things that we can do, right? Okay, but never mind then. Alright, so guys, don't forget to stay tuned with us. We'll be right back right after the commercial break. See you.
你好, selamat pagi, bonjour. Ni hao, selamat pagi, bonjour.
Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, so never mind. So before we go further in this vlog, let us watch the VT about Rojak Station.
Hello everyone, my name is Hassan, and today I'm going to be beatboxing for you guys. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
We're gonna take it back.
Way back in time.
Saw the video about Hassan doing beatboxing in Rojak Station VT, right? It's so cool.
Thank you so much.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, how long would you take time to learn beatboxing?
Well, to be honest, it was something that I had learned a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think it was when I was 12 years old.
Oh, okay.
I had seen it on a TV somewhere, and I thought, you know, that was really nice. I want to try and learn that.
Okay.
So I just started making sounds on my own, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Oh,
But
right.
I just kept on doing it, and then I slowly found myself just being able to beatbox. Yeah.
But did you get curious about it before, like beatboxing?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I saw it on some YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Well, it was like a long time ago,
And it's
that
really, you know, triggered you
yeah,
to do
it really. I'm like,
so.
I want to do that. That's something, you know, I want to show to the world. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool enough. Like, maybe you can share a bit about how do you end up, you know, to be in the Rojak Station and straight away go to the performance. I mean, like, it's so
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, yeah, it was a very amazing performance. But the producer at that time had seen some of the things that I had done before,
yeah.
and he had never entertained a beatboxer. So he had asked me to come there, and he asked me, what kind of microphone do you want?
Yes.
You know, what's your style? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? So there was one point where I beatboxed with music together.
Okay.
And I feel like when you beatbox with background music,
Yeah.
it makes it very nice. Yeah.
So you used to, you know, work with the media before. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I have some working experience. Yeah, it's really eye-opening.
Right. I think that would be good, right? At least, you know, when you've got the connection with the media, you really push you further, you know, to
Yeah,
really show your
inshallah.
talent, your hidden talent,
Yeah,
you know, things that you
inshallah.
quiet in yourself, you know, to the world. I mean, as a beatboxing, have you discovered, you know, anything that you're good at?
I
How's
mean,
the beatboxing?
I actually learned more things about beatboxing in terms of music, for example, because, you know, everyone has their own way of creating a song. You know, everyone has their own beat in their head. So as a beatboxer, you create the music that is in your head, and you learn all of these different styles. And when you meet someone else who beatboxes, you see how he sees music, and you see how it's so different, and yet it's still able to. So everyone is their own DJ. Everyone makes their own kind of music, and it's unique for them only.
Yeah. So it's only like you guys really feel, you know, the rhythm, the music in you.
Yeah. And it's really interesting to see how they can have a different perspective on, you know.
Do you guys have like a group, you know, like beatboxing group back in school?
In high school? Unfortunately, I was the only one beatboxing there.
Oh.
I just took the time to beatbox.
Yeah.
So I was the only one just making some weird noises. Yeah.
Is it tiring?
It's very tiring. It's very, very tiring. I mean, after a while, you start to get very strong jaw muscles. And you know, it helps with eating, of course. I can bite stronger, but it's a very, very interesting, you know, experience.
All right. So yeah, you've got to meet with the, you know, Malaysian singer, you know, during performing in the Rojak station. And how was it?
Yeah, it was really, really interesting. I got to meet the singer, and you know, he showed me how I can improve. Is there anything that, you know, I can take in? So seeing his input was very, very good for me as well.
Can you do it now? Can you please? Also, do you need some?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so excited, guys.
Okay, here we go.
1,
2, 3.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh my god, that's so amazing. Oh my god. So you got to
you.
proud of yourself, you know. You know, not everyone can. I mean, yeah, we got a bunch of, you know, guys here who can do beatbox as well. You know, have you find anyone can do beatbox?
Yeah, there are actually
a lot. We have a lot here.
There are a lot of beatboxers.
I mean, why don't you guys try like to, you know, form a group? Or maybe
that would be a good
next
idea.
Time,
actually,
that would be a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Maybe right after this, maybe during convocation, like whatever, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I think that would be a good
can.
idea to, you know, just contribute and see how, you know, music can go in different ways, and you know, just having fun. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So have you been invited to any other show to perform beatbox else than Rojak station?
Yeah. Well, so I every once in a while I will there will be a big university that will have a major, you know, event. Like for example, in UIA they have the Omatic Week.
Yeah.
So
the recent one.
Yeah. So there will be universities that will have their own Omatic Week, so their own cultural performance. And so sometimes I go to Lim Kok Wing, Sunway University.
Oh, Lim Kok Wing. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's a very good university. You should be proud of that.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, yeah. So it was very nice to perform in front of those audience and to see how they saw beatboxing. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, really like a door for you, you know, to show, to express yourself.
And at this point, you have to constantly keep on going to make sure that you get it.
Okay, all right, but yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy the beatboxing. Just now that he did, but never mind. But will we go further right after the commercial break? So stay tuned, guys.
你好, selamat pagi, bonjour. Ni hao, selamat pagi. Bonjour.
Hi guys, welcome back, and you're still with me, Shida, but never mind. So yeah, we're almost at the end of the show now, and I feel sad. Do you?
Yes,
Sad?
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, alright. So yeah, so you graduate, graduating, so soon. So, what are your future plans? I mean, and hope for you, our
Yeah.
brothers and sisters in Palestine.
Yeah, I mean, well, I've always had the plan of, contributing back to Palestine.
Okay.
Because me as a Palestinian, I always want to give my country the best.
Okay.
And, I just want to make sure that I can sustain myself and sustain my family and hopefully even contribute to Palestine. That would be a very, very big goal for me. But
Alright.
I would say like, my biggest goal is to give awareness to Palestine and to show that, Palestine is a country just like the country of Malaysia.
Yes.
And there are people there that are living just as how people live here. And it's very, very important for us to, just give back and support.
to give a constant
and
support.
to, and to realize that how much you have, how much, you think that you have everything, and people outside really have nothing. And, just to be aware of the things that you have really make it better. Yeah.
All right. So, do you still have your relatives, family in Palestine?
Yeah.
Really?
So we have my family from my mom's side and my dad's side.
yes.
Both of them are in Palestine.
Okay.
And
how are they doing so far?
Alhamdulillah, they're doing very well.
good.
They're because I don't go there very often.
Yeah.
There are cousins that I have never met yet, and there are
Oh,
aunties
yeah.
that I don't know them, but they don't know me. And you're imagine if you put yourself in a situation where you've
Yes.
never met your relatives.
Yeah.
And so there's always this feeling of
Sad.
yeah, it's like this hole that's not yet complete yet.
Yeah.
And so I really hope part of me is to complete that hole
To
there.
accomplish their goals.
yes,
To help
hopefully,
them. To give like, constant support to
Yeah.
them. At least like, I mean, yeah, because you guys are so lucky. You live here in Malaysia.
Yeah,
You're settled down here for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Also, like, yeah, I think it's important. I think that's the thing. You guys can at the very least, as the family relatives.
Of course, yeah.
it's
I think that being privileged to have this education, it's a blessing, and you have to allow other people to also gain this
Experience
opportunity.
this, yeah.
So it's almost like starting a domino chain, where if you have the dominoes, you start the chain of people gaining experience and getting benefits. Yeah.
I really hope that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have that kind of feeling, mindset. Like you want your family, your relatives, your friends out there to have the same privilege as the one that you have right
Yes,
here in
yes,
Malaysia. I
yes.
mean, yeah, I really hope that you accomplish that. Inshallah.
Inshallah,
Inshallah. May Allah
hopefully.
is. And any last words for your family and friends in
Well,
Palestine? Just assume that they're watching you
yeah.
now.
Well, assalamu alaikum. Yeah. I really wish you all the best. And if I could have given you anything, I would have. But in this situation, I have to be patient and wait to contribute. Again, enough support for me to bring awareness to Palestine, and inshallah that will work. Hopefully.
Okay. So yeah, that's a few words for your family. Inshallah, may Allah bless them.
Ameen.
Grant them with protection, inshallah. So, what are your future plans since you're graduating so soon? You must have something, right? I know that.
Just probably working probably in the media. Maybe in Astro.
Oh yeah, what you specialize in?
So I specialize in public relations.
Oh, public relations.
Yeah, but
okay.
so it's all about creating a good PR for the company and seeing how the company interacts with its audience and making sure that is a good relationship. So yeah, that's what I'm learning right now. Hopefully, if I can, work in Astro or Media Prima or any of these corporations.
Oh my God, you're really looking forward for that.
Hopefully get me.
I thought you specialized in electronic media. Like.
Oh yeah. I was in public relations, but I also went into electronic media as well.
Oh, yeah. So I really hope you have fun because you're
Yeah,
doing
hopefully,
master,
inshallah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you get met a lot of friends here in Malaysia.
Yeah. Really, like the people in Malaysia are amazing, and you see so many different people, staying together, and it really, it creates this diversity, and to know that you accept everyone and accept them as they are. It doesn't matter the color of their skin. It doesn't matter who they are. We accept you, all of you, together. Yeah.
Together, inshallah. So yeah, I really hope like for today's session really give you guys like some sort of idea and information about Palestine, not to be like how do I say this, stereotyping, judgmental on everything. I mean, like what matters most in this case, like you've got to talk to people, do your further research and ask people like do you want, like, because we are similar, like more to like representative of Palestine, so we've got to get the idea about Palestine, the issue out there, the lifestyles and everything.
It's I think that it's very important for a person to get out of their comfort zones, because I think many people sure, the comfort zone is something that we can go into, but it's not something that we should be staying in. And going out of your comfort zone really brings change, and to be able to meet other people.
I think that's what people are afraid the most.
Really, we should be getting out of our comfort zone and not being afraid to meet other people, getting to know their perspective, and to know that there is a world outside of yours.
All right. I think it's really, it's time for us to, to go out of comfort zone. We've got to learn new things. Okay. All right. So we're almost at the end of the show, guys. So yeah, the last episode. I really hope you guys learn things today, from me and also from my friends Hassan as well. So after all, I'd like to apologize to you guys if I did, if I ever offended you in terms of word and anything. I would like to say sorry, and I really hope to see you guys on the the next episode next semester, and once again, I'd like to remind you guys to come to our appreciation annual grand dinner on 17th December. So yeah, let's support our ComTV annual grand dinner, guys. And yeah, I hope to see you again, inshallah, in the future. I'm Norashida Idris, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.
你好 selamat pagi
Bonjour.
Here we go. next song. Post Malone, Rockstar.